We will be focusing on matters of branding and business in our Entrepreneurship 101 segment. But before we get to that, just to continue to bring you an update on the stories that have been making business headlines here. Now, an umbrella of cooperative societies in Kenya has opposed the proposed changes in the Cooperative Societies Act and the Sacco Societies Act. The Cooperative Alliance of Kenya, CAK, says the proposed changes contained in the Miscellaneous Amendment Bill of 2018 are punitive and illegal. CAK Executive Director Daniel Marube has written to the Clerk of the National Assembly seeking rejection of the proposed amendments. He sent the letter after a National Cooperative Leaders Forum with countrywide representation of the cooperative movement. Well, it is International ICT Week here in Nairobi and right across the region and right across the valley. And this was launched officially today by the Cabinet Secretary for ICT. That, of course, is Joseph Musheru, who called on Kenyans to deepen the penetration of ICT so that we can continue to gain social impact. Take a look.
It would be amazing in the future, especially if we can develop our own homegrown technologies.
We now have devices with the ability to learn, improve, and make calculated decisions in ways that enable them to perform functions that were exclusively reserved for human involvement, creativity, and ingenuity. This does not take away the role of the human. In fact, it creates more role for us. So the mundane work is taken away, and we get to do many more. So these advances continue to break barriers associated with the traditional ways of conducting business by increasingly automating service delivery.
Now, according to the National Transport and Safety Authority, NTSA, the number of vehicles on Kenya's roads has steadily increased at a rate of more than 7,000 vehicles a year, especially in Nairobi alone, or about 90,000 vehicles a year. Now, during the launch of an Uber data analytics portal dubbed Uber Movement, the Uber Movement Global Product Manager Jordan Gilbertson said that complementary systems were the key to solving the gridlock nightmare experienced here in the city.
Moving forward, there's so much investment that now needs to go into mobility, into thinking about how we rebuild our streets. And in order to make these strategic decisions at the heart of it, it's really important that we're able to make informed decisions that really guide the way that we think about investing for the future.
And so how is it that we at Uber can start to help with this? And in a nutshell, the problem at the core of all of these different groups and what they're facing is insufficient access to the data and insights needed to make informed decisions around the built environment and around how to optimize and improve these road networks. And it so happens that Uber is very well positioned to help with this. As Uber driver partners are moving through streets, we are, of course, collecting this immense amount of information, as Cezanne alluded to.
Well, the greatest challenge for Nairobi traffic is, of course, driver discipline and following the rule of law. Now, landowners in the expansive 44,000 Mwea settlement scheme in Mbeere South constituency are asking the government to provide them with adequate security. The landowners issued a 14-day ultimatum to Interior CS Fred Matiangi to provide them with security during a meeting held at Umau grounds in Kiritiri. They accused the government of protecting people causing mayhem at the settlement scheme, led by the chairman of the Kirinyaga Council of Elders, Joram Kiama, the chairman of the Mbeere Council of Elders, Eston Irari, and the chairman of the Embu Council of Elders, Richard Gishangi. The elders said that the suspension of the resettlement exercise was taking too long, claiming that it was giving room to people who had not been bona fide members to start to benefit.
Number one, mjue Mwea ni ya watu ama ni ya jamii ya Mbeere. Kwa Kiingereza, Mwea belongs to Mbeere community. Kanateguo? Na kwa vile sisi ni watu kakarimu sana, tukakubali tugawe huko na majirani wetu.
Atupewe security, tuwebe, mimi nataka kujaga kwa shamba yangu. kwa sababu wakati kupeana mashamba huko si kupata. Mimi nakalia shamba ya mama yangu na niko na watoto wangu, na kama niliangukiwa na kashamba moja, si niachilia Mheshimiwa Matiangi alipea security nipeleke jamii yangu huko. Na kama si hivyo, enough is enough. Hatuwezi tukatumia mafikira ya mtu ama watu wawili watatu wale wanafanya mambo huko na serikali haiangalii hiyo mambo.
Na hivi sasa tuko hapa tuwasomi wanajua sababu ya watu kutuona sisi kama ni wajinga. Tuwataka serikali ijue, hata si ati kuongea sana. Hiyo siku 14 sikiisha, kusema kweli na haki ya Mungu, huko tutaenda kia nguvu na hiyo mshamba tutashika na itakuwa yetu, maana ni yetu na tulipewa title na kila mtu anajingulia na vazi yake.